Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Mocktails.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
Hello. We are so excited to be back with you all today. I am one of your co-hosts, T, your favorite auntie, and I have with me
D. Oh, I don't have a D this week. I'll just be D. That's fine.
just D this
Because I'm
week.
delicious.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that shoulder out got it feeling a little different today. Okay.
And I'm your girl Bree, or Queen Bree.
Okay, Queen
Bree.
Mm-hmm.
And we're
Bree.
back. Okay.
Yes.
So it's been a little minute, and we apologize for that. Life happens, so we had a little break in between being able to film, but we are back with another great episode, and we got plenty to talk about. So you guys want to get started?
Yes, ready.
Okay. So first, we want to talk about the hot topics that are happening in the news, and I want to bring up Tory Lanez.
Oh.
So we may have talked about Tory and Meg in another episode.
Yes,
Did we?
we did. We did.
We prefaced it, right?
Yes, we mentioned that black women need to be protected.
Oh, I don't remember. Okay.
We did.
I thought we were just talking about WAP. Okay. But it was wrong. Yeah. Sorry.
It must
Go
have
ahead.
been.
Yeah.
We
It
may
came
have.
up
I don't know.
briefly. This was before it was confirmed
Okay.
that
Right.
Tory actually
Okay.
shot Meg.
Okay.
But we already knew.
But it's confirmed now, and Meg had put out all that information that Tory had shot her, and then Tory's rebuttal after what was it, like a month
Over
of
a month.
silence. He came back with had everybody anticipating. He's like, I got time tonight to talk, and I was like, oh, he about
Yeah,
to.
we're going to get his side of the
We
story.
gonna get his
We got to go live, is what I thought.
Yeah.
I was waiting on the
We
live.
were excited.
This man dropped a mixtape, an album.
Granted, it was also the day after
It
we
was the same
found
day
out.
that
Was it
Breonna
the same
Taylor-
day?
Oh, same
Yeah.
day.
That Thursday, I
Where
guess it was.
the
Yeah.
grand jury did not
No
come
justice.
with anything. Yes, no
Right.
justice for Breonna Taylor.
And he came out with this basically diss album of anybody who said anything negative towards him, as far as Kehlani and JoJo, and basically
J.R.
called
Smith.
J.R. Smith called Meg a liar, basically saying that that's not even what happened. And so, how y'all feel about this little peanut? Because I cannot stand him, and I think that as much as I want to from a listener's ear, his album is good.
You listened
You
to
listened?
it? You gave
Just
him
snippets.
a play?
No.
Oh, so
from
you-
the shade.
yeah,
Room.
from the shade
Oh,
room.
okay.
From the
okay.
shade
Yeah,
room.
do
Okay.
not go to. Do
I was
not
like,
listen
you
to
not
my
gonna
podcast.
get my
streamed it?
Do not
You're
give
not
him
gonna
no
get my
streams.
points. But from that little, from a listener's ear, I understand how flow and wordplay and things like that was actually
I don't care.
clever.
I don't care.
But even with that being said, nah,
No.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
hard pass.
Never.
I thought it was really gross, and I'm still team deport Tory.
Yeah,
I'm more deport Tory even more now after this whole album.
Where's he from?
Canada.
We only two Canadians here: Justin
Drake.
Bieber
No.
and Drake.
Isn't 21 Savage from Canada?
He's from the UK.
The
Oh,
UK.
okay.
I was gonna say, I
I
don't
knew he
think
was
so.
from
He's
somewhere.
British.
He not.
I knew he was from somewhere. I just didn't remember where. Okay.
Those are the only two Canadians I'm rocking with.
Wait,
Tory
who did we
canceled.
say? Tory?
Drake and Justin Bieber.
Okay. Okay.
And now that Justin done found Christ too, hallelujah.
He has a good Christmas album.
Yes, he
Every
does.
year I listen
He
to
does.
it. It's really good. And his last album was good.
I like
Found
Justin.
Christ.
I'm a
He's
Justin
good.
fan.
He's a
He's
keeper.
good.
He's a
I'm
keeper.
here for it.
For sure.
Always have been. But I think Tory is trash.
Trash.
And
Big trash.
how do you guys think Meg should handle this from now on? Should she say anything else? Should you just let it be?
I would say let him destroy himself. I would say for her to just mind her own business, because his career is already kind of in the toilet. Just let him keep talking and keep doing what he's doing, and he'll ruin himself.
I don't know though. I think we give a lot of black men a lot of grace over and over, especially if they make good music. You see how we do R. Kelly.
I don't listen to
You
him.
see how, just as a community, but this is
There are
recent.
people that still.
I canceled him.
But
It's so
when
hard.
did you cancel him though? Because we
That's
were
true.
still listening to his music when I knew he peed on somebody when I was a kid.
Right, because of the Boondocks. Yeah, that's the only reason I knew why. But
What I said.
I've had this conversation with people before. Like, we knew it was happening, but we didn't like understand or realize it. I don't know. It was just
We
really
didn't
weird. It
care
was like it was
as a
accepted. It was fine.
Right. And as society progresses, like, I think we have more of a less of a tolerance for things. And so now R. Kelly's canceled. But I think we give a lot of black men a lot of grace, especially when they make good music.
I think black men are giving more grace than black women.
Oh,
are,
yes.
for sure.
Yes.
I heard
Any day.
Yeah,
Any day.
yeah.
I hope Meg does the rebuttal personally.
Yeah, she should. If she does it, she should do it in her music.
Yeah,
She
while
should cover him on
twerking.
Instagram.
While twerking.
I hope she squashes him. She has the power to sit on him and just take the living life out
like
of
a
him.
bug.
He is this big, and she is literally a stallion. Like,
The stallion.
it makes no sense.
Yeah.
It
That's
makes no
hilarious.
sense.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts. What about you?
My thoughts are, I didn't really believe they were.
You just didn't want to believe it.
Probably that's a part of it. I didn't want to believe it, and I didn't believe it. So I was like, they were. I don't know. I didn't realize it was a relationship type of issue. I guess.
What
I'm
I
not
call
saying
a
they were
relation-
together,
Right.
but some type of
Situation.
yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that, so I was in denial up until I think he released his part. I think.
When he released the album.
Like when he released
sounded-
his album and they
Oh,
started
and that's when you
saying,
realized.
and they did play snippets
Mhm.
on Shade Room, and I was like, oh, so it took a while for me to
To soak that in.
soak that in, but he's trash. That's all I got. He deserves any and everything that happens as a result.
He shows no remorse, and it's
He
so
doesn't.
gross.
no remorse.
That's the worst.
But he has people supporting him, so why would he?
Mm.
You know.
Mm.
So I appreciate the celebrities who have stood up to him and said something, you know, even when the album has came out. Because I think, like, Rick Ross told him, like, that was just very immature and gross and everything like that. And we know Rick Ross is no, you know, saint either,
Mhm.
but
If Rick Ross thinks it's bad,
It's bad.
It's
It's
bad.
bad.
so
What was I can't, dang it. I'm usually good to remember the exact quote. His quote from that song that he got in trouble for.
who, Rick Ross?
Rick Ross. Yeah, there was a song where he said something about something and he lost like his endorsement with because it was basically rape. What he was saying.
oh,
Yeah, I don't have my phone to look at it right now.
Oh, I kind of remember
Yeah.
all that happening. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But yeah, cancel Tory.
More of the story, he's canceled.
another
Send
thing
him
about
back to Canada.
another thing about Tori is the same height as we are sitting down right now.
Not with the bun. Not with the
even
bun.
right.
Below the bun.
I was like, at your very minimum, like this high. Short men are in though. That's what they say. Y'all done
Next
got
topic.
quiet.
Next topic.
Maybe if they may be okay if they don't have little man syndrome because clearly Tori has some
What's short?
issues.
I was gonna say
With his height.
short is like Tory, like under 5'5".
He's 5'5"? Is that
He's
what
like
No, I think
5'3".
he's like 5'3". I think. I don't know.
He's 5. I googled it.
I was like, he's like 5'3" or something. And then there's short, which is like 5'6", 5'7",
Okay. I like those numbers.
5'8"ish.
I would say 5'8" isn't short. I would say 5'8" is okay. Like that. Not.
I mean,
not
that'd be
okay.
okay with me.
Not. I don't mean okay. That I don't think 5'8" is short.
It's below average.
Is it? What's average?
Average male height in the U.S. is 5'9".
Oh, you were able to spit that
It
out.
is.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah,
Okay.
short men, y'all have chances nowadays, is what I'm saying.
For some women, yeah.
Even for stallions, like the
Mhm.
women they breed in Houston. Y'all
I'm not
some
a
stallions.
I'm not a stallion.
Y'all have some stallions down there, but it's fine. I wish I was a stallion too.
I wish I was shorter.
No, you don't.
I do.
You
I do.
don't.
Of course, it's always you always want what you can't have. Either way, though. I mean,
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. That's cool.
If y'all had to guess who was the tallest,
Oh, it's obvious based on.
That's the bun.
I know that's the bun. Also, my back is crippled, so I can't even fully sit up straight. So keep that in mind. Y'all let us know who you think is the tallest.
Not including my bun. I'm messing my bun up.
Trying to sit up as tall as I can.
Trying to get low.
All right, what's our next hot topic?
Chloe and Tristan.
Lead us into that.
Raise your hand if you think Chloe and Tristan are back together.
Raise your glass.
Oh, raise your glass. Oh, 2 out of the 3?
I guess I'm just making it.
So, since you're the odd one out, why don't you think that they're a couple?
I think that they're not a couple yet. I think that Chloe is definitely intentional about, first of all, keeping her family close, because I do think she's had really, one thing I will commend the Kardashian family on is that they do keep really good co-parenting relationships between Kris and Rob and Caitlyn,
Okay.
previously Bruce,
Yeah.
Courtney and Scott.
Courtney and Scott, like Kylie and Travis.
Yeah.
They have really
And they don't
That's
have
true.
agreements. They don't have
No.
legal custody agreements, and they're able to
None of them?
co-parent.
co-parent.
None of them.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
So
That's good.
I think this could just be like her trying to co-parent well. But then I also think, I mean, she could be seeing how he's growing during this time. I don't think she's just jumping into it yet. She might have feelings and may be prepping for it, but I don't think it's official yet. But I do think she's trying to like build that co-parenting relationship and also just seeing how he's growing, because there is like a 7-year age
Yeah.
difference. Like Chloe is
She's still like what, 29 or something
and
like
she's
that?
like 36. So there's that gap. So I think she's kind of learned over, I mean, cheating when she was 9 months pregnant, cheating with Jordan. So I think she's trying to be wise about it. But I also wouldn't hate it if they did get back together.
Not my business.
Not my
If
business.
it works for them.
If they like it, I love it.
Right, there you go.
They got money. They look happy. People be taking regular dudes back.
Every day.
Every
With no money and no car.
Every
Be
day.
using your car.
Yes.
Oh my
Eat
God.
your children fruit snacks. Laying up on your couch and
Using
like
up all the gas.
all the gas,
Yeah.
not refilling the tank. So
Using up all the air in the house, running up the electricity
right.
bill.
So if she want her a tall man who has money, who happens to be the father of her child, and she's smart, she's only had one child with him. These women out here be having 3, 4, 5, 6 kids with a bum, and then thinking like it's okay. So I don't know. I say go for it, Chloe and Tristan, if that's what y'all want to do. But I don't think they're together right now.
You think they're moving towards it? You think that's
Potentially.
She just filling it out, see how he does,
Right.
checking that maturity level.
You have to. 29 is hit or miss. Hit or miss.
Okay.
I think they're together, and it's not some big like analysis I've done. They just seem like they've just been spending a lot of time together. They quarantined together. They went on vacation together, and he's like on her Instagram. He's like around every day, like they working out together, and so I think it's a possibility that they're together. And if they are, I don't hate it. It's not my business. As long as if they worked out their issues, good for them. If she built that level of trust with them, again, good for them. So.
But that's why it's like it's the same thing that you described is what Scott is to the family, and yet
Yeah.
Courtney and him aren't together.
Well,
Scott's
people keep
around
pointing
all
them
the
together.
time. He
Mm.
go on them vacations. He be up in the family photos. He be doing all kind of stuff. So, and they haven't been together for years. So I don't
True,
know.
that's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
What about you? What do you think? Well, obviously you think they're together.
I really don't think much about it. I don't really know much, honestly. I just know that I've seen on the internet that they're
The internet.
commingling, and she always posts these quotes about how she's just living her life and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if they're together or not, but there's nothing wrong if they were together. That's her life. That she can make her own decisions. She's a grown woman,
Grown.
and that's
Fully
that's
grown.
that on that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Go ahead and lead us into that one.
Um,
Our last hot topic. We gotta bring
Yes.
bring the heat with this one.
our last hot
Get
topic
your big
is regarding Young Money, Cash Money's own Tyga.
Tig.
He's in the media. It was brought to my attention.
Brought to my attention.
It was brought to my attention.
It was brought to my attention. He has a picture that is explicit,
Floating around the internet.
floating around the internet. Yeah, that's below the waistline. Yeah, that's it.
And he created an OnlyFans. And he created an
Sweating.
OnlyFans account.
He's
So all these
creating
celebrities
an
popping up on
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
That's because celebrities really be broke.
Yeah.
Certain
Yes.
celebrities, they just
They
be
can't
famous.
tour. They
but
can't tour. Like
even
with
if he
music.
was touring, Ty ain't got
Nobody's
money like that.
checking for him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
he stay getting something repossessed.
Like some celebrities literally just be celebrities and they don't have money to it. Like all the little love and hip hop people, a lot of them don't have money. They
Believe
just
I
that
don't know
because
who
that's
those
all they do.
people are.
Erica Mena and Safari.
Safari.
I have no idea why they're famous.
It's from
Exactly.
the show. Yeah, it's just the show. They don't do it. Like Safari was famous for being
Nicki
Nicki's
Minaj's.
man, and then he, went off from there.
He got famous off an explicit pic.
He was famous.
He also
He was
has one.
famous before, but that
He
helped.
also has one.
That helped. That helped.
So
Mm-mm.
Tyga's
Picture.
picture is interesting, and it just takes me back to a time in life when those sort of pictures were like unsolicitedly, is that a word?
I don't know, but we'll use it.
Can we use
They
that?
would
We
pop
can
up
use
in your
it.
text message.
Yeah.
Unsolicited.
Tidley.
See, I didn't want to say it. Y'all wasn't finna give me a second time.
We'll just say
Nope.
it is.
I was like, I'm not finna say it again.
Unexpectedly, and I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
Right.
A deep hit.
It used to be sent, to people
To people.
in your text messages.
Yep. Yep.
Man, did y'all used to have that?
No.
God bless you. I used to get them, but I never asked for them. I want to say that.
You sure?
Absolutely. Them things
About
scary.
how many did you get? Like
No,
how
not
many, like how many dudes were actually doing this?
No. Because you do have to understand too. They have to be people who have your phone number.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't just like bunches of people had my phone number, but I got them a few times. Random coworker,
That's sexual harassment.
It is.
Man.
Like I would report them to HR.
scared, and that what. It was all freckly and kind of flaccid. It was just like, I was like, ooh, I was so grossed out. I screamed. That was a dark time in life. That was a bad time. But I'm glad that's not like the norm anymore. Like
Maybe we're just dealing with other people now.
Maybe because we're older.
I think so.
our please leave a comment. Our pictures still a thing. Dick pics, are those still a thing? We're just gonna call it.
I was like, we're gonna say deep pics.
We're gonna call a spade a spade.
Hopefully,
I know. I was
I know
like,
my father follows the Instagram page, but hopefully he doesn't.
sorry, Dad.
Don't use this clip.
No. he won't get too deep into this episode.
Okay, good. He probably would cut it off anyway when he got to a certain part.
Right, is that still a thing?
Please say no. Please say no.
Ladies
Does that
don't want
happen?
them.
Well, we've never wanted them.
We
That doesn't
never-
mean we don't get
never
them or
want
have
them.
gotten them. Like,
Right.
nobody ever said, you know what would be nice.
Right.
Also,
Never.
also in the comments, if you're a guy, let us know like why.
Why?
Like I
Why
need an
would y'all?
explanation.
Why? Please tell us. Because it's always random.
It's real. And like
Random.
my thing is like there be no effort into it. Y'all be
No.
on like the random in a bathroom. Y'all don't be getting the angles right. The lighting don't be good. You just be like, well, what were you thinking in this moment? Why'd
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, use words.
You
No words. No words.
why? So just let us know. And maybe it's because the development of emojis have happened. Because back in the day we didn't have emojis that could do. Now we have the eggplant.
But does that serve the same purpose?
Yeah, so instead you don't have to show that now. You can just be like, versus back in the day, that's all you could really.
We gotta figure out why they were saying
Yeah,
it in
why?
the first place.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't always to say, let's go. Sometimes it was just
So, howdy, hello.
right.
Like,
That's all
how are
it
you
is.
doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
He
I don't
says
know.
hi.
Maybe that's what it is.
Oh.
He said hello. Say hello to my little friend.
to my little friend. So, but yeah. So those are the hot topics of the week. We hope you guys enjoyed that with us.
Yes.
We always
Started
talk
off with
about
a little funny.
the good stuff from the celebrities out there.
Yes.
So, last weekend, it was last weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we had our group date.
Oh yes,
Mhm.
nice little group.
So y'all
date.
heard that, right? We had a group date. Yes.
But there were only 2 males with us. So, and we weren't really on a date.
It was a friend
It was
date.
like a friend outing. Yeah, a friend date.
Why didn't y'all tell me?
Well, who were you with?
Wow.
I thought we were.
Please.
Like, that's fine as long as you tell me which one you were on the date with.
None of them.
Okay, there we go. Wasn't
If
it?
anybody was on a date, it was the 3 of us.
Just the 3 of us, and they were tagging along.
Yeah.
We went to Top Golf. That was my
Oh,
first
yeah.
time doing that. It was fun.
Mine
It was fun.
That was a good
Yeah.
good time.
So who lost? Who was like last place?
I won. Well, I was like, out of everybody, I think of that one.
Losing is a mind state, so
It was fun though.
it was fun.
Did we
Ew,
tell
I
them
enjoyed
about
it.
our 3-year?
Yeah, we did.
We told them, right?
I don't know if it got uploaded. It might have been that one that wasn't. Because remember, we did.
Maybe.
So do we have to say it again?
Well, we're just gonna recap it. Yes. So we are on a mission to one of us
Just one of the 3.
has to be married or like engaged. Did we say married or engaged?
I thought it was married.
I thought it was married too, but I didn't
Yeah.
want to be so.
It's definitely
English.
Let's just-
married.
Okay.
It's married.
Oh, okay.
Like I may have my wedding date on that day.
In
'Cause I'm gonna be first.
3 years, which is really like 2 years and some change now. 'cause
Right,
That, we
because,
made that
like,
a few months
Corona
ago.
2020 flew by.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Thankfully.
we don't know what 2021 is gonna hold.
That's
so
true. It could be
let's
just.
not-
It could be on the same,
Well, I guess,
level.
I mean, it didn't fly by, but I guess kind
2020 wasn't bad.
doing the
for me,
same. No,
so.
it
just
just doing the
happened to-
same. Yeah,
it
it
just
just
went
fly by
on.
quick.
We
I
weren't
guess
ready.
we've been doing the same kind of,
Yeah.
every day's been kind of same
Yeah.
for me.
Except our group date. So that was like our
We just need
first
to go on a
like
group
outing
date
of just
actually,
like.
that we like.
First time we really gotten out since
What's
Austin.
that library?
I don't want to. I said no. I'm not gonna say it again. I'm sure they.
Hopefully they didn't pick it up.
I mean, maybe they did.
Please don't.
I
rewind
didn't.
that.
Don't rewind.
I'll tell you later.
No, and I don't mean like that because they're. I enjoy them as people.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways,
Anywho,
That was our first taste into like getting back into
the world.
The
that's
world and
true.
social life and
Since like March.
good potential date ideas.
We should start a list.
I have a list.
Oh.
I always keep lists. I mean, it's like stuff I would do by myself, but it would be nice to do with
Someone else.
someone else.
We
I mean, I
should-
take y'all to do stuff too, so that'll be
That's
my date.
Like our pumpkin
You're
patch.
literally-
That's a date
yeah,
idea.
that's
I just
it's stuff
have
like
to
that
take
that I just
y'all.
be like,
I mean, I will enjoy taking y'all, but you know.
yeah, you know.
I wish I had a man.
Would I like
That's-
to look under the stars with
Right.
somebody who smell like a man? But will these two suffice? Absolutely.
I'm trying to go to Paris with my man.
Petty.
Yeah.
We.
Oh, she's trying to travel. She gonna be on her Olivia, Married at First Sight.
no.
All about travel.
No.
Okay.
He's gonna propose in Paris.
That's
That's
so
not a
cliche.
surprise. You already know that that's gonna happen.
That's cliche.
Well, they say it's the city. What's the city of love?
Yeah, I think it's
That's
the city of
Philly.
love. I thought that was brotherly love.
Yes, it's brotherly love.
Brotherly
It
love?
is.
Okay.
We didn't specify what kind of love.
We didn't. Okay, Taja.
So,
Okay. Anything else on the group date? Any other
yeah, on the group date, this is why it was a date, is because we got treated
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
that's why it was a date.
All of our drinks were paid for.
Damn.
Shout out to the homie.
You know
And-
who you are.
Listen, and Top Golf is paid for.
Nice.
Like,
Yes.
all we had to do was wait an extra 45 minutes for them to show up.
Right. When you tell someone that something starts at 7,
Be
we'll,
there.
We'll be there at 7.
And they said
7:05.
they were going to be there early. That's the thing.
Okay, we waited, and then about 7:15 we called, and then they said they were 10 minutes
10
away.
minutes away.
So that
was
should be
30 minutes.
That should have been 7:25.
It should have been 7:25, and I think they pulled up at 7:40.
It was like a smooth
something.
7:40ish. Something, yeah.
I guess it's only
I don't
right
like
that
that.
he paid.
It's only
It's
right.
only right that he paid for our time.
Yeah, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I think that transitions like perfectly into the next like topic that we were going to talk about, and that's like first dates and like men paying for dates, and if that is something that's still like expected or outdated or thoughts behind that. So
We're just talking about first dates.
First dates.
I mean, you could elaborate if there's
Yeah,
something
you can go
wanna-
further.
No, I was just wondering.
Because you know sometimes people, some ladies be like, well,
Does he have
maybe
to pay
I'll
for every
treat
date?
him. I'll treat him to lunch or.
Right. I think that's
I think that's
different.
okay.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's fine either way. I think.
So what do you think about first dates?
I didn't say yet.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I didn't hear about that.
I think I'm okay with either. I would prefer if the guy paid, but I don't necessarily. I'm not stuck on that.
Y'all heard it here first. So
I
if y'all
just-
trying to be a cheap first date and y'all trying to go Dutch, holla at this one.
Right.
No.
Don't holler
I'm
at
not
me.
saying we're going to a cheap place though. Like,
So you would go on a first
You-
date that was like fancy and you would pay your half?
yes, what's wrong with that?
No way. First date, I'm expecting
Y'all
him
know
to
who y'all
pay
can get
the
over.
whole ticket. for both of
Shoot
us.
at her, cause I ain't the one.
Uh-uh.
That's very nice of you.
Shut up.
Eek.
So
Yikes.
why is that not okay?
Not a fan. If it's a fancy one, because I need you to like. To me, first dates establish like expectations, and so if our expectation on a first date, like if we're going to fancy places, I want you to treat me to fancy place. Not saying that I won't treat you one day, but I think the expectation of a fancy place should be you're taking me out. Versus like if we went to like get coffee or something like simple like that, if I pay for that, cool.
I'm still
I
expecting
don't
him to pay for the coffee.
I mean, it'd be nice.
If the
but...
first date is coffee, I expect him to pay for my coffee.
And the reason I think men need to pay is because if you're shooting your shot, because
What if it was you shooting your shot?
I
I'm
don't
still
do
not
that
paying.
anymore. I don't shoot
You don't shoot
For the
anymore.
first date, I feel like the man should always pay. But once you establish a relationship and you're going out a lot, then I think the lady could offer. But like
So
in the getting to the first, like he's got to set the bar
okay.
right.
from the beginning.
Because he shouldn't be shooting at everybody. So then when he does shoot at you and takes you out, you should be an investment.
Okay. I mean, I get why.
Yeah.
I know exactly why. I'm not saying I'm against it. I just don't mind paying if
I mind.
sometimes.
So you say you would get your hair done, your nails did, your cute outfit on, you go to this fancy restaurant and he's like, 2 checks? And you wouldn't be like...
I'm not saying I wouldn't. Okay.
You
Here
wouldn't
we
feel
go.
some type of way?
I'm not saying I wouldn't feel a little
Then you
bit.
gotta
I'm
get your
just saying
purse
it's
off
not
the-
the end of the world if that happens. I'm not saying that that's what I prefer.
Then you gotta calculate gratuity and...
Shut up. So my question then is, so let's say the date goes well, you like him, he likes you, y'all are vibing, and then he doesn't pay. Is that it? You don't talk to him or go out with him anymore?
That's red flag. Well, I mean that's deal breaker.
That's a
Ooh,
deal
that's
breaker.
deal
If he
breaker.
doesn't
Deal
pay.
breaker.
That's
Tell
deal
me
breaker.
more.
I just feel like the man's supposed to be, he's supposed to be the leader. And with that comes some expectations. And one of those expectations is to buy my dinner or whatever it is.
She said,
Okay.
period, poo.
That's all to it. Not a whole lot of analysis to it. Just like, that's my expectation.
It's tough because you don't find a lot of good first dates. Like ones that you're just like, sure, like this was great. Like to the extent of where you're like, this person, despite the fact that they're a broke boy, because they had good conversation. Yes, they're a broke boy if you're not paying for my first date.
Yes.
I'm assuming you
And
have
I mean,
financial
like-
struggles.
and I'm
Just
like-
because you're struggling
I'm
doesn't mean
like,
you're
we're-
broke.
And also, not
It
even
doesn't.
broke. Like,
You can
what
struggle one.
Where did you come from? What's your home training? Like, were you raised in
Man.
a barn? Like, did your daddy, your mama not teach you?
I mean, but to save him that trouble, you don't have to take me to like a
You don't have to go to the most expensive
expensive place on
No.
the first date. Like,
It don't even have to be
I'm
a restaurant.
not high maintenance,
Yes.
right?
It could be a fun activity,
But
like
I
Topgolf.
do want to establish, like, because then how do you introduce him, like, paying for the date the next time? Like, or is it, I feel like once that happens, then guys are more like, they won't pay for dates as much. Like, it'll be like, oh, well, we split it the first time, so even if I get it this time, she's not going to request me to get it multiple times.
Yeah, his bar is too
I
low
want you to
from the
have-
beginning.
Like, 80% of the dates. I was like, is that too high a number?
No.
80%, and then I can do 20. But
Even when y'all are together in a relationship.
In a relationship,
I think
You
I'd probably
feel
do
fine?
it. I'd probably do it more in a relationship.
yeah,
But I
think so
also
too.
I do a lot of other things in relationships too. Like I might buy this for you or do that. Like random. It
Mhm.
might not necessarily be a date,
We'll get
but right, it'll be different.
acts of service.
Right. Basically, that's your value. So, yeah.
Okay.
You might clean his apartment.
So is that just something you? Is that something?
What's an idea?
I just-
I feel
yeah.
like that would be appreciated. Like if you were to do a
Right,
little
clean
tidying
my
up
own
for him.
apartment.
Bring him some plants, decorate it a
Kill
little
them
bit.
I'll
plants.
decorate. I'll
Kill them.
decorate.
So
Do that.
have you always been the type to be like he doesn't have to pay for like a date
I don't.
or
No, it's that I'm open. Like I'm not saying he has to pay or he doesn't have to pay or it has to be a certain way. I'm just open to either. Like it's not a requirement for me. I'm not. That's not saying I don't prefer it one way, but it's not a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
So
like,
if he never paid for dates, would that be an issue?
Yes, but I'm sure there will be other issues in addition to that. We probably would argue about
So
something.
you wouldn't end it just on him not paying for dates.
No, we're talking about the first date.
And
I wouldn't end it off
if you
of that.
paid for yours on the first day, I feel like that's setting a precedent. Like he's like, I don't have to pay. She got it. So
Okay, and then maybe I'll notice that and then I'll say bye. But I don't know.
Interesting. Well, there are women who are open-minded men, as you can see, who don't mind a little,
and
pulling out their own coins for
And
it.
it's not that I'm expecting, I just want to clarify, I'm not expecting a whole lot. I'm not expecting you to spend all your money. But I feel like paying for the first date, like it,
If you can't pay for my little grande mocha latte at Starbucks,
yes,
I'm gonna be like,
it's a problem. I'd be questioning. I'd have a lot of questions.
because we probably wouldn't even be able to continue the date without me being like, so, it's, she's just gonna step out of the camera. I just probably would, like, not be able to mentally get over that and be like,
Yeah.
so is there, because I
Is there
know
a
I would
reason?
I would bring that up on the first date and be like, so is there a reason that you just don't pay for first dates?
Are you
or-
poor?
I would
I'm
not
poor.
Help me, I'm poor. Me tomorrow in the airport. I'm poor. Love that movie. I just would want a reason. And that's why I'm like, guys, I think men need to be more, I guess, responsible in who they shoot their shot to, because then if they're not just shooting at everybody, they can invest in the person that they're like, oh, I really am intentional about this. So then they're not just wasting lots of money on dating because
Exactly.
you're going out with people who you think you have quality with, and like, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on that. My hair is acting up too.
Save your coins for that top level.
For me.
Because some of these girls might need to go to Mickey D's.
Not me.
I like a good frappe, okay? I like a good frappe. And the way my energy be set up, sometimes I need a little caffeine from McDonald's. It wouldn't be preferable. I'd be like, can we get the McDonald's and then like put a koozie over it or something? No.
Just give me a shake and some fries.
Like, I'll take a little McFlurry and let's go talk about something. I don't know.
Welcome back.
She's back. She's back. All is well. Yes. Okay. What else we got?
So that's the end of our real life segment. Now we have questions. So our first question is, I guess we'll do that one first. So how do you like for a gentleman to shoot his shot at you? That is the question. Since you don't shoot anymore,
How for men to shoot his shot?
Yeah, and
What's
you.
the preference?
how do you prefer?
I need him to be real specific.
What does that
What
mean?
is that?
I'm confused.
I just want somebody to talk to me. Just approach me. And not be creepy. Like introduce hi, my name is, what's your name? And have a little chit chat. Don't shoot the shot immediately. Like I'm all about let's have a little conversation so that I know you're not, so I can get a feel for who you are. So I'm not like, oh, this is just, like he came up to me immediately, was like shooting the shot.
That's intentional.
Like, I need-
That's very
I know, but like I want to have a little bit of conversation too, so he can see. Oh yeah, I found her attractive, and she seems like a cool person based on the conversation. So it's not just like surface level, just like
I have a
based on
question.
appearance only.
But that's what brought him over.
I know, but then
Yeah.
And like, how often are we really going to give men the time of day to start engaging in the conversation that we're willing
it
to hold
don't really
with them?
happen because I'll be like, oh, I'm in the grocery store. Get this item, get this
Right,
item, get
so-
out. Like I have the RBF for real.
So you might need somebody to just be like, "Hey, ma,
Hey,
oh,
mama,
that's so creepy.
you with the braids.
right?"
That happened to me in Nashville. I was just walking down the street and it was some dudes that were like, saying something to me, and I was creeped out because there was hardly anybody on the street,
Yeah.
and I crossed the street. I was scared because there was nobody out there.
It happens. Not across the street. Too.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
as women.
Yeah.
You can't trust
For
nobody.
sure.
It was two of them. That's
Yeah,
scary.
I know.
I'm not trying to be,
I know. I know.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We're women also. We know. We know. Okay, so you said small talk.
Yeah, I would like some small talk.
Okay, but you said very specific. You said specific? Be specific?
Yes.
Direct?
Yeah, be there. Yeah.
Okay. And then what do we have here for you, Miss Auntie T?
I mean, I'll take it how it comes. As long as like I can sense, I have a really good gift of discernment, and so as long as I can kind of get a good feel of you, is if I'm feeling it, if you take a corny approach, if you take a hood approach, if you take different kind of approaches, I know how to.
What's a hood approach?
You know what it is.
I just want an example.
Have you seen? Oh, what's her name? She's a comedian, and she'd be like, "Oh, he a large
yeah. Quinta.
Quinta,"
Yeah.
and so she was talking about how this is like the hood approach, and she was talking about like he was like, "Hey ma, something with that," and she was like, "You mean this butt?" He's like, "Yeah, that butt." Like kind of like that type of. You'd be kind of like, "What?" If
You
don't
making me
quit-
blush.
Right. A little uneducated stuff. Boy, you better stop.
Why do I like this?
Hood dudes make you feel so like super. That's the thing. You know how many times hood dudes called me Michelle Obama just because I was getting my master's?
Oh, you Michelle Obama?
I said, okay, little Michelle Obama. I'm like, all right. So they just make you feel really good, you know. So it could be really any kind of way.
And the reason I said conversation is just so I can, I guess, like
You
you
gotta
said,
feed
fill
off
them
of
out.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
See what they talking.
That's it.
Okay. All right.
How about you?
So for me and my house, no, I'm just kidding.
In my house.
Me, I don't like to small talk with anybody. Like, it's awkward, it's uncomfortable, especially if I don't know you. So I just do it quick, just quick.
What is that?
Or like just I don't know, but the small talk thing is just awkward.
I get it.
So I don't know. I
I
can't
get
tell you exactly what that looks like. Or I would prefer to be friends with someone I feel like that makes it
I definitely
easier
want
for
to be
me
set up through mutual friends.
because not necessarily through mutual friends. Like, I want to be friends with
yeah, I
you
was gonna say, I don't
first
think-
because
yeah.
it's more comfortable for me. Because I can be a little awkward and weird socially sometimes.
So how do you
So
develop a friendship with somebody that you want to get to know better? Like if you're like, hey, like,
okay, I haven't thought of it that way before. In my mind, I just assume that I'm
You're
already friends with
and you
them.
develop feelings.
Yeah, that's how I see it. I don't.
okay, men in the friend group, y'all hear her?
Y'all don't hear it. Just do this
Y'all
to your ears right
y'all
now.
hear
Do
her.
this and just ignore what I'm saying.
Y'all hear her.
But that's what I would prefer, someone to be a friend first and then do that. I don't know how I would seek someone out for a friend. Like, seek someone out and then, you know, just try to be their friend first. I don't know, I gotta think about that.
So basically, we got to try to bring whoever into the fold, and then you get to know him, and then
Either that or be very direct at first. Like, don't small talk me and ask me how my day was and, you know, what do you do for a living and all that other stuff. Just say, hello, my name is Danielle, you're beautiful, and I want to know if, you know.
So you had that recently. With
No, I had small talk leading up to
yeah, I was
that.
gonna say it's not small
Oh,
talk.
we're talking
Oh, so
about.
that's why it was like not.
And he was like 60.
Tell the audience. Tell them about it.
Okay, so I was at the grocery store, like you were saying, minding my own business, trying to decide which chips I wanted because that's
The important
a
item.
serious decision to
Definitely
make. So this older gentleman, like I said, I don't know how old he was, maybe 60 something, maybe.
Abby.
He had a
Call
hat
him
on, so I
Henry.
couldn't see his
Call
hair.
Henry.
Henry.
I don't think he looked like a Henry.
That's how he looked in my mind.
We can call him
Lewis.
Henry. Maybe. I think he's more of a Lewis than a Henry.
Okay,
We
that's
call him
fair.
Lou.
We call him
Old
Lou.
Lou. So
Hey, Lou.
he came by, and as he walked by, he walked in front of me, and he just looked at me, and he spoke, and he said, hello, how are you? And I said, I'm good. Then he kept on strolling by, and I was minding my business, still trying to find chips.
The important part.
Important part. And then here he comes rolling back.
So he was like, I'm gonna let her see me walk away.
Hey,
I didn't even look
Give her
at
something
him.
to miss.
I wasn't even thinking
Give her
about
something to miss.
She gotta see the whole picture.
I wasn't.
And then
I
I
literally
looked
did
back
not
around.
look
He thought
at
he
him.
had a little pink walk, but it was really he threw out his hip. Hey, yeah. You better.
I did
Lou.
not look at him. I stayed looking straight ahead at the chips as he walked by. And then I happened to see something in my peripheral, and I was like, what's happening? And he stopped right in front of me in the chips. And I was so caught off guard.
Direct.
He was very direct. Okay, so I'll give you the beginning. So he stops, and I had a bottle of wine in my hand because, you know, I was getting ready for the weekend. And he asked me if I was going to a party. And so I told him, no, I'm not going to a party, just, you know, to a friend's house, whatever. And so he asked me what I was celebrating. And I was like, just the weekend, you know, because I thought he was just being friendly. I didn't think anything
He
else
old.
of this 60 plus.
He's old.
And I wouldn't even say 60. Like, I think he was older than that because that's like my
70?
parents'
I know.
age.
If he
I
can
don't
still
know.
come through and be slick, hey. You'll
I
be
don't
as
know.
old as you feel.
Right.
Amen.
That's
He
I
must
mean,
be
that's
young at
true.
heart. I know that's why I'm
He
trying to
seemed
be.
like he was young at heart. Anywho, so where did I leave off? What did he say? Oh, he asked me what I was celebrating. And I was like, just the weekend, whatever. He's like, so am I invited? And I was like, I just laughed at him. And he asked again, and I was like, no, you're not invited. And he asked me why. And I said, because I don't know you, sir. And he said, well, perfect. That's exactly. Let me get to know you or
Trying
something.
to get to know y'all.
Yeah, he was like, well, perfect. Let's start there.
You
My
better
name-
shoot, Lou.
My name is
You
Louis.
better shoot.
Lou, old Lou. What's your name? And then I told him my name, and he kept having conversation with me, and eventually asked me if he could be my friend. I said I had plenty of friends already, and he kept pressing the matter. He asked me probably about 10 times to be my friend, and why he would be a good friend, and all this other stuff.
So, do you think Lou was just really like brave, or is Lou just like socially unaware?
He's brave.
What do you mean socially underwear?
Like he
got
got this is
70
not
years of
appropriate.
awareness.
This is weird.
He got 70
He
years
was
of
very
awareness.
bold. Like, I think he's just, bold and,
There's a lot of bold old
Yeah.
men.
yeah, I think that's all.
He may be lonely.
He seems like if he wasn't talking to me in that way, he's just a friendly person. So I think maybe he is lonely.
Danielle, you should have gave him your number.
I did think about it because I wanted I didn't want anything.
She thought.
But I thought about it because everybody's
To
talking about
continue
having
it.
sugar daddies and everything, and I was like,
She's
well,
trying to be a sugar baby.
and I thought about it for a second, but
You should have had him buy them chips.
Lou, what's your
I
net
would
worth?
prefer.
What's your net worth?
That's you gotta ask now. Intentional. I don't want to waste your time here. I'm very specific in what I'm looking for. It's the money.
I'm gonna do that next time. I'll do that next time.
We live and we learn.
Yeah. Next time. Go back to the grocery store about the same grocery store, same time.
Same
Same
place.
day. Yeah.
I was nervous when I went yesterday. I had to pick up a couple things after work because it was last week on Friday. I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna see him again.
Mm-hmm.
Pheromones attracting him.
Apparently,
Sense it.
but I didn't see him, thankfully.
Apparently, the hot time to go to the grocery store near where I live.
Here too.
Go to the Kroger around 9 p.m. on a Friday night.
Oh,
All
mine is
the-
Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Mine is here Saturday. But I
It
think
was
I've
a
seen
Saturday.
some on
It was a
Fridays
Saturday.
too.
That's right. Saturday.
Weekend
around
evenings.
9 p.m. All the men's be in there. I'm like,
They be
okay.
out
I wouldn't know. I go grocery shopping early on Sundays.
I do most of
I
the
usually
time.
do too,
But then I decided to go one evening. I was like, let me just go and get a couple things. And I was like, oh,
Who out here?
y'all out here. All of y'all.
Y'all grocery shop.
and I'm like, I ain't even cute.
Right.
Today.
But I'm glad I got this mask on.
Listen, the mask been saving folks. That's all I know. But you ain't gonna know who up under here. I ain't gotta
Right.
have it together. You don't know
The
me.
mask is the new shades. You know, like sunglasses. You can
Ways
eyeball
to
everybody
pretend.
behind those sunglasses.
Yep. For sure.
Let's see. We got time for one more question, I think.
So one of
I
those
love
two.
three.
One or two.
You know, these are the questions like we said on our list and how we would like do a couple questions with
Vetting.
y'all as we go along through our podcast.
Okay, so one of our questions on our list is: would you be okay with not kissing your partner before
Of course, you
marriage?
picked that one.
Like,
Of
is the
course.
first kiss? Does the first kiss have to be on the wedding day after the I do's?
Or like if you had somebody who was like trying to practice that, would you be okay with that?
Sure, yeah, that's a better way to put it. So, for me, I mean, there used to be a show on TV where the people would get married, and
Virgin Diaries?
they wouldn't have the kisses until they were at the altar, and I was like so grossed out. I was like, the first kiss should be practiced before the wedding.
'Cause that's
Even
awkward.
if you have kissed before, I feel like the first kiss, like, what are you gonna do at the aisle? Like, practice that a little bit, because I'm like, I don't want to do too much for the family, but I also don't want to do too little. The first kiss, that would be a no for me. I probably wouldn't be able to make it, like, throughout the whole relationship without a single kiss. From dating through engagement, I wouldn't make it.
I know I would probably like when they're sleeping. Right? Like I just
I'd be concerned.
I
Like,
feel
are we
like
not
I-
attracted? Are you not attracted to me? Is what I
I
feel like.
probably wouldn't feel that, but I would just be kind of like my lips just naturally do that around some. Around,
So,
you know,
what, physical touch? You like physical touch?
Oh, for sure. It's like one of those, I don't know. Like I've already like struggled with the thought of going a whole like calendar year with no kisses. Can you imagine a whole relationship? Like we would have to get married fast.
Yes.
I need to figure out, are you the one?
From the point until you meet to when you get married,
Because like
that'll
also
be in a matter of weeks.
I would hope they would tell me that. Like, because then it would be like, when do you tell somebody that? Is like, do I have to bring up, like, so I just noticed that, like, you don't ever kiss. Is
No,
that,
yeah.
like,
Would you have to have that conversation before you were in the relationship?
exactly.
Yes,
Like, I'm
for
like,
sure.
or do you just wait and then you find out and they're like, so by the way, like, I really want to kiss you, but
I feel like
I have this thing. Because you could do that, like, people do that for celibacy.
I was gonna say that's just like
Or-
celibacy and telling someone you would need, not need, but it's
That basically
Probably
be
best.
That'd be basically like don't touch me throughout the whole relationship.
Kissing?
I don't like that.
But that's not...
But you know, some people are like, well, if you do this, it'll lead to kissing, and you know, so
Maybe.
I mean, but that's different for every person.
I would just try to get as close to their lips as possible. Be like, can I just kiss you right
Let me just rest
on
my
your
pet,
cheek?
a little
Right
pet.
my-
Just right here on the little corner. I promise I won't touch your lip, but like you gonna get some. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not forceful, but I don't. Yeah, right. You know, I'm joking, but we're gonna have kisses. Yeah. It'd be tough, but I would like to think that I'd be able to respect somebody's wishes on that as long as they were giving me other things. Like if they were like cuddling me and holding my hand and maybe giving a kiss to my hand or on my cheek or something like that. I feel like as long as those pieces aren't missing, I would like to think that that wouldn't cause a problem for me. But I also feel like in a relationship like that, I'd be like, we can't, like, it's not gonna be years of like being in a relationship. I'd be like,
yeah, I would question.
Do you
like,
know now
are
or
you
not?
into me?
I don't
Well,
think I would
I think
question
as long
myself.
as they said it before, like it's not.
I'd still be concerned.
It's not over a period of time of them knowing you. They would have to come in saying that this is what it is, and it has nothing to do with you.
Right, because like that's how some people like are about people who are celibate. They're like,
Yeah, that's
oh, are
true.
they into me because they're not trying to?
Right.
And it's like it might not have anything to do with you, like
Right.
type of thing. I don't know.
I'd definitely be asking like,
That will sting.
do you have the desire? Do you desire to kiss me? Like, if you don't have the desire,
When all they have to do is tell you yes, and then is that the end of that? No.
yeah.
She want her kisses.
I have my professional skepticism.
What if
I-
they
I
were-
don't- I'd be asking some more questions.
What if they were cute, corny, and like every time they wanted to kiss you, they gave you a Hershey kiss? Melt my heart.
They have to
I
have
wouldn't like
almonds.
that.
They have to have the Hershey
Don't
kisses
do that
with
for me.
almonds in them.
Like,
Give me
I
a
just
flower or something. I'm like, I like
How
flowers.
cute would that be? Like I can't.
It'd be cute
It'd
at
be cute
first,
the
but then
first
you get
time.
tired of it.
Yeah.
I want this dang chocolate.
Right. Like at first it's like, oh, that's adorable, and then after like the 10th one, it's like, I don't want any more chocolate.
Take your Hershey
Don't give
kiss.
me any
Throw
more
it
chocolate.
back.
Real kisses only.
I want this little fake kiss.
So obviously, I am in alignment with what y'all are saying. I don't see that in my future, or present, or anything else.
Or anything else.
I would like to think, like you said, if that was their decision, coming.
Stressed. I'm stressed.
I would like to think that I could do that. Would I be willing to do it if?
I would try.
I think I would try as well. But I'm not seeking that out.
As long as like everything else is solid, communication, everything,
Yeah.
like you're not gonna be trash in a lot of other aspects, and you're not kissing me.
And you're not kissing me.
Right.
And
Done.
Right, like that's a hard pass. I did get on Tinder recently,
I
or not
thought
Tinder,
about
Bumble.
getting back on one of
I
them.
got on Bumble earlier this week. It only lasted
Somebody's
about
trying
18
to get
hours.
married in 3 years.
I thought about it, but I was like,
I
nah, I
tried,
don't feel like
but
it.
then I got
I'm about to go
Yeah.
out. Forget the pandemic. I'm about to go out.
Time to wear less and go out more.
Exactly.
What was I gonna say? I don't remember. It's okay. It's fine.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. So, I'm gonna let Bree
Well,
say the name of this, and I'll explain what
This
this is.
week's drink is brought to you by Ken Dodds. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. And Taja can tell you more about where she got this bottle from.
Okay. Now that she got the hard stuff out the way. So this is from Naked Wines. So Naked Wines is basically a subscription for wine.
Really?
If you couldn't tell. So basically you sign up and it's a monthly subscription. And if you're an avid wine drinker like we are, it helps to save a lot of money on quality wine. So instead of going to the cheap liquor store around the corner and getting you that $8 bottle of whatever that's not really like quality, they give you a lot of different really good quality wines. They have different cases, so you can get a case of 12 or 6 or 11, and you get them at really good discounted prices. So I was able to get 6 very expensive quality wines for only like $45-$50. And so I definitely encourage you to sign up for that if that's something you're interested in. You get all those discounts and all that promo.
And you can figure out what you like. Like, if you don't really know what you like, you get a variety of stuff to test it out.
They have cases of like red and white and mixed and just all summer ones and rosés, champagnes, all that kind of stuff. So try it out. I like it. And Naked Wines, you guys should sponsor the podcast. You guys should sponsor us.
Please. We're trying to
get right, you know. So anyway, that is it for our episode. And we thank you so much for tuning in. Coming back at you with more good content soon. Thank you guys for being followers. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications. And is there anything else you want to say? You want to say?
We love you.
We love you.
We love our fans.
We love our fans.
We love you.
All of you. Each and every one of you.
Join us next time for another episode of Mocktails.
Hi.
Bye, y'all.